Hey, it's me, Pamela. Sorry, I've been gone for a couple of weeks, maybe about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. Um, so a lot has happened since my last video. I've been going through a transition period. I had put in a 2-week notice at one of my jobs, and I stepped out on faith, and it felt like I needed to do that. I didn't realize how burnt out I really was. So Spirit led me to, I didn't know that everything was going to be okay at the time, but things started to work out. I started to, remember I said in one of the videos, Spirit may lead you to do things, but you have to take the action yourself to actually do it. You have to just do it. So that's what I did. I didn't know how things were going to work out. I didn't have a backup plan in my bag or anything like that. I just said, you know what? Eventually, I'm going to have to jump off the rat wheel, the rat wheel, and just do it. So that's what I did. I put in my 2-week notice. It was a hot 95 plus day. And like I said in earlier videos, I was like really burnt out. It was hot. I was only there like an hour and I completely felt drained. So last week was my first week off for 3 days. I kept one of my jobs. I didn't just go all out and quit all of them, but I will be quitting this one. But it won't be quitting this one. I kept the one that gave me the most peace. It doesn't mean that it was the one that paid more, but it was the one that gave me the most peace. I wanted to make videos last week, and I don't like to do the videos unless I feel pulled to do the videos, or I feel, the Spirit telling me, hey, do this video. I did get downloads on things to talk about, but my energy, as far as the spiritual energy and my physical energy, was at two different places. My spiritual energy was like kind of medium. It wasn't like a full blown battery, full battery, but my physical energy was like really, really, really low. I expected the first day for it to be like that, but I didn't expect all 3 days to be like that. And the download that I got, I didn't feel like it was enough to really make one video on. So I just wrote it down and just kind of just sat with it. So yeah, so I'm letting you guys know, what was that all about or whatever, excuse me. So some of the things that happened in the last couple of weeks, I'm at work, so that's why I'm sitting in my car, but one of the things that I've been working on, and I think I said this on another video, is that I've been working on my strengthening my psychic abilities. I know I told you I have the clairaudience, which I do, and I think that with that and knowing things has increased. Like, I've been working with these Uno cards. I seen it like another YouTuber's videos. She uses the Uno cards. I only do the colors right now. And when I started, I really sucked at it. But now I'm at about 36% of the time I can get, out of 42 cards, I can get 36% of them right. So not a lot, but it's better than 3 out of the whole 42 deck. So I'm averaging about a 36% correction, like being correct. So yeah, I'm about 36%, and so I'm kind of happy about that. I'm finding, listening to, I still don't know what to call it. I still haven't given them a name. Like, I don't know if it's my spiritual team, if it's the universe, if my higher self, Kundalini, spirit. I'm still trying to find what I'm comfortable with. I guess I should just ask them, right? Like, what do you guys want to be called? That just came to me like, hey, why don't you just ask us? So by the time my next video, I'll probably have a name, because like they literally just said, why don't you just ask us? So that's really funny. So stepping out on faith and like literally getting rid of one of my jobs was the best thing that I could ever do for myself. This job is gotta go too. I am starting my own business. I am waiting for some money to come through, that's supposed to come to me for me to really take off to doing that. And that will also free up a lot more time for me to like be able to make videos for y'all, be able to actually live the life that I want to live, and spiritually do the things that I want to do, or is I'm being called to do. Not that I want to do, that I'm being called to do. I just wanted to like give y'all, I said I'm going to do this based off of my experience, and that's what I'm going to do. So some of the things that I had to do by reducing myself to one job is to cut out a lot of expenses that I had, and to prioritize the expenses that I need to have, or that are more important, like lights, food, things like that. And when I realized that, man, when I prioritize things, I realized like, holy crap, like all of the stuff that I was paying for, like, was like not, I didn't need it. It was just eating up my money, and I'm like, why am I even paying, even like down to car insurance? Like, seriously, like I'm paying like $350 for like one car, and I've had one accident, which was back in February, a week before my son died, and my insurance shot up 100, and well, they tried to charge me like almost $900 a month, and then they saying that Florida has this new thing with they got to have uninsured motorists or something like that. They add it without you signing off on it, so you have to sign a paper saying I don't want that. But why do I have to pay for somebody else not having car insurance? But that ain't what this video is about. But that was one of the expenses that I cut. That and some other stuff on the car insurance, which brought me down to like $195 a month, something like that. Way more, way more affordable, okay? So yeah, I had to like cut a lot of expenses out, eating out, even when I'm, right here at work, I had to do that as well, but the good thing about having 3 days off is I get to cook more. I get to spend time with my family, my kids, rest, do things that I like, play the video game. I love playing video game. I love playing Call of Duty, and I got to do that. So that was really fun, I did get to do that. Let me see, what else did I experience over this week? So me with the clairaudience increasing, like doing, like I'm telling you, I would literally say something and it happened in like the next 30 minutes. Like, I ain't gonna give you the whole story, but basically I thought a certain resident was gonna set off a bomb in the apartments where I work at, and literally somebody threw TNT like 30 minutes later, like stuff like that. Like I would say stuff, or I would just know stuff, and then it would just literally just happen. So and that was like an increase, like of me just knowing things, like, or for instance, like I was talking, to my guy friend, and for some reason I just knew he didn't go to work, like before he called. And then he told me when he called that he didn't go to work. I was like, okay. Yeah. So the clairaudience is definitely increasing, or me just knowing things internally. That was happening a lot. Sorry, had to go look at one of these residents, but let me get this light out of my face. So another thing that I wanted to talk about was like, I know when I started on this journey, people would tell me like, you're not going to be able to really talk to your friends, your family about what you're going through. And I'm like, nah, my friends and family, I'm a pretty truthful person. So if I'm telling them something, they're gonna understand, or they're gonna, not the case. Not the case. So let me tell you, you're gonna want to tell your friends, your family, you're gonna want to tell everybody about your awakening, about what you're going through, that they need to be awakened right along with them, right along with you. But it's not gonna pan out, and it's not gonna go as it went off in your head. It's not gonna go down like that. They are not ready to hear the truth. Their awakening will come when it's supposed to. Just like this video is gonna find the people when it's supposed to find the people that it's supposed to find. So I did that. I was told that I was possessed. I was told that the path that I was going down was evil. And I'm like, how can being possessed with a demon or being going down evil can heal your body from being on pain medications for over 20 plus years, change your diet for the better, fruits and vegetables, the things that you said you would never eat, you're eating. I literally made butter beans last week. Butter beans. Never had them, and they were delicious. I don't eat beans. I eat like Bush's baked beans with the hamburger, the brown sugar. Oh, that's so good. Yes. But butter beans, which is also AKA called lima beans, made a big old pot. Nobody in my house but my son Jaden enjoyed them, but nobody else didn't want to eat them. I tore them beans up for about a good 5 days. I was taking them to work and everything. So, yeah, so spirit, and I'm calling it spirit right now. Some of you guys might call it Kundalini, but y'all know what I say. Call it whatever you want to call it. Because they have been lying to us for so long. And it's so many people that's asleep, and so many people that has been led down the wrong path. And my thing is, I grew up as Pentecostal, and I've seen, I'm gonna just let that light be off. So I'm sorry, y'all. Back it up sounds like this. Cause I'm in my car, so that's how y'all know this is like one of those real videos, because there ain't no pre-planned lighting, no makeup, none of that. It's just raw me, y'all. Raw me. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So people have been led down the wrong path, and the reason I decided to make these videos is because the things that are happening is real. It's not something that I read, like, you go to church and they, you're clapping, you're feeling good, but nobody in the church could heal me. So, and no matter how much I prayed, I never was healed. No matter how much I prayed, my bills didn't get better. No matter how much I prayed, my life didn't get better. So I have to go by experience. What I am experiencing right now has changed my life. The spirit that I feel that is on the inside of me. And I'm going to tell you guys, like, I was really worried about not making no videos. I was like, well, I'm not really doing my calling and things like this, what I was called to do. And I'm called to do a couple of other things, but those things has its time and place, and they are going to happen. They're just not, they're set up to happen, but I can't go forward with them at this second, this time, at this moment. So when I was like in my, I call it recovery, last week, recovery stage, because being out here 7 days a week was killing me. And even though I took the 2 months off to mourn my son, who mourns a child in 2 months? So every day I'm mourning my son. Every day. I miss him every day. Every day. So a lot of that time, like, it's like I maybe talk to 1 or 2 people on the phone, but literally, like, I withdrew from the world last week. I needed time to recover my body. My body was tired. I needed time to think about my child. I know by going down this path where he's at, and that, that he discovered that, that he discovered that he was having a human experience. He was a soul having human experience. I just hope that he didn't get caught in the reincarnation trap if he didn't want to. But my son experienced and gave love 100%. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to turn this into about him, but those are things that I think about, when I'm alone and things like that. But let me get back on track. People, they're asleep. So their time is gonna come. Hopefully with everyone's waking up. There's so many people waking up more in this year and in the last, from what I'm hearing, the last 2 or 3 years than ever. So hopefully that their time is coming sooner than later. But there's some people that are just so brainwashed, and they haven't experienced the pain that leads them to this walk. They have some things that, that happens in their life that's not always good. But when you're grinded and been fire put to the test, and you've been pressurized, and you just right there on the edge, and you're like, I cannot take this no more. You literally, like, you're not suicidal, but you're like, what the hell am I doing all this for? Why am I still here? Why don't I just take myself out? But you're not like gonna do it, but the thought does cross your mind, right? And it's not saying that you're gonna do it. It's just like, but you're fed up, right? And then that's when the breakthrough comes. That's when the universe, God, higher self, is like, you know what? You've been through enough. Let me show you the other side of things, the abundant side of things. And when I say things has been happening, so like I had a complete meltdown the next day after I put in my 2-week notice. I panicked. I'm not gonna lie, I'm human. I was talking to myself. I was yelling at myself. I was yelling at my higher self. I was just talking to my spiritual team, Kundalini, God, all of it. I was like, what the hell was I thinking about? I was like, yeah. So I just quit my job. Like, I got bills. My kids gonna starve. I don't care about me, but my kids can't starve. I got school coming up. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, what did I do? And I'm like journaling it, and it's like, so I'm like, all I can hear in my head is like, it's gonna be okay. Just take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. So I'm just like, I'm taking my deep breath. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be okay. Like, faith. I'm gonna walk on this faith thing. I'm gonna walk on faith. I'm gonna walk on faith. I'm gonna be okay. I do not come from scarcity. I come from abundance. I'm walking in abundance. And when I did that, y'all, oh my God. Bills started like just working out. The adjustments start happening. Food is like deals, like where you get 3 pounds of meat for hamburger meat for $7, and it wasn't fake, y'all. It was actually pretty good. I mean, I've been eating a lot of ground chuck. I eat ground chuck, and I've been eating ground chuck for like 5, 6, 7 years now. But my son found this deal. It was like 3 pounds. It was like 3.56 pounds for $7. And it wasn't the meat market. It was at Publix at that. And I'm making the meatloaf, right? So I'm like, yeah, this is fake meat. It gotta be. My son talking about, yeah, it's probably grounded up human. I'm just having a little joke with y'all, but he did say that. But no, it wasn't. It was actually, and they had on there 100% beef. So I'm thinking, okay, y'all advertised it now. I'm like, okay. After the experience that I had at the meat market, I'm just definitely not going back there. Y'all, the chicken is still in the deep freezer, to let y'all know. The chicken's still in the deep freezer, okay? But it was actually good. I actually got it right over there. I brought some lunch for lunch to make a meatloaf sandwich. But yeah, so yeah, eating out at work. So I had to cut that out. I'm now bringing food from home because guess what? Now I got time to cook food for my family. I'm not gonna talk about the watermelon. I'm still not, bruh. Where the white seeds? What the white seeds do? Why they say it's seedless? Well, since when watermelon is seedless? The watermelon taste, it does not taste. For a dark red, for as it should be very sweet. I think them white seeds is like some kind of, they give off data about our body to some kind of company, but that's my theory. That's just my theory. Let me find out if I'm right, y'all. Somebody put in comments if I'm telling the right, if I'm right on the right track about that. And since when does watermelon has these orange lines in it that kind of look like spines or stitches or something? Like, I'm just like, and they're orange. Like, why does watermelon have that? Like, it's about to turn me off. So the next thing I'm going to do is not go to get my fruit from the grocery store. Now I'm going to be going to the farmer's market and see if that's something that's different. Fruits, vegetables, all of that. Because it's not tasting good, y'all. But that's a whole nother video. So another thing that I wanted to talk about was how I thought that I lost my Kundalini. And even though myself, my higher self, my spiritual team, whoever be talking to me, said that I can't lose it, but I really felt like I lost it. There was days where I didn't even have no energy to even meditate. Like, that's how, like last week when I say I was in complete recovery, that's how low my energy was. And I was really concerned about that. And so when I started back to meditate, I didn't feel my energy or my Kundalini or Holy Spirit like going up and down like it usually do. It was like, it took about 3 days of meditation for me to like feel it, like how I was feeling it when I first started like making these videos. So I'm like, did it go dormant or, and I noticed that, because I went back to work. I went back to work this week. This is my first week back after being off for those 3 days for the very first time. First of all, let me tell you this. I'm quitting this job as well. Because I heard someone say that when you raise your vibration, that you're going to not want to be around people, or it's not you, it's just your spirit and your soul is not going to want to be around people whose vibrations are lower than that. And I love my job, don't get me wrong. I love my job, but the people here are suffering bad. And it's like, I cannot tell them a better way. For one, they don't like security. They don't like authority. They don't like anything other than trying to survive. And I get that. I get it 100%. But they're not going to want to hear how to make it better. It's not their time. They're in the grinder right now. That's what I call the preparation for something better like this. You got to go through the grinding period. And they're in their grinding period. So, but when I come here now, I am drained, just like I was drained at my other job. But it's not a physical. It's a physical drain as well. It's a mental drain. It is a psychological drain, and it's a spiritual drain. And I just don't have it. My heart is not, my heart is still in it because I care about people. But I noticed that when I come here, I get very frustrated now. I don't want to be here. And that's how it was with my other job. So like I have to just wait a few 2 or 3 more weeks for my business to get off the ground or whatever. And even then, when that happens, it's the same kind of job, but I'm not going to be out in the field. I'm going to be in the office paying bills, doing things that a boss should be doing, going to, conventions and things like that to make the business better. So I'm all for that. I'm down for that. That's the kind of life that I'm ready to go do. I can no longer do the field. I can no longer do the people. Like when I leave here and get home, it's like I'm ready to fall out, even if I haven't done that much at work. It's draining me. It's like sucking the life out of me, and I cannot continue down this road. I made up my mind literally 2 days ago, but confirmed it today. Like it was like, yep, this is what I'm doing. I'm done. If I almost walked off this job 2 days ago. That's how done I am. But it's where I'm being pushed to leave this job. It's something that I know on the inside. And Spirit is like, I will make this job so miserable that you're gonna ready. And that when I decided to leave the other job, and I was like, well, I'm gonna stay with this one. That was what came to me inside, was like, I will make that job so miserable that you want to leave. And that's exactly what happened. So I know for a fact that it's time to literally go. Yeah, that right there. About me losing the Kundalini, yeah, I thought I lost it. I couldn't feel it. But it didn't go anywhere. Like, I had an amazing meditation today and yesterday, so is you can't lose it. So if you're thinking that you're gonna be able to, and I'm telling you, I got aggravated. I mean, the other day I was like, I was like not snapping at someone, but I was snapping at a situation. I was angry. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that I don't get angry no more. I don't get emotional. I don't have feelings and things like that. No. One thing I am trying to do is like not curse as much though, and I'm getting pretty good at that. Changing the word out for something else. So yeah. So the changes. Okay, so the changes to you. When Holy Spirit or Kundalini gets in you, the change is going to happen. You cannot change yourself. The Spirit is going to change you from the inside. So you're going to notice that you're starting to sit up straight, that you're eating better, you're feeling better. As long as you're doing the things that you need to do to keep your body and your temple holy, clean. Did I not want to go back and take one of my Percocets or something, because like my energy was low and I thought I was feeling some pain and some anxiety and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know, my ego like, yeah, go ahead and take it so you can feel better and this, that, and third. And I'm thinking like my spirit like, no, she's not about to do that. She was already healed from that. And on top of that, if she take it, she gonna get real sick. Cause like literally before I knew that I was like really healed and I wasn't really paying attention, but my you know, I hear them in my head. It's like, don't take that. That's gonna make you real sick. You know, it was the day about when I ate the deli meat that wasn't like top brand deli meat, and I had also had a Percocet. And I was at work and I was like, you know, but this was like right before like I had the knowledge of like, yeah, I was 100% healed. So I took it and I got sick the next morning. Like my stomach was, oh my God, my stomach was hurting so bad. And I was on the toilet and no, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to tell that part of the story. Okay. But my stomach was hurting. And I'm like, I felt like I wanted to die. And all I can hear is that soft voice saying, I told you not to eat that sub and take that Percocet. And I said, I'll never do it again. And I haven't. So that was another thing. Since I've been back to work, it maybe started a couple of days before I even came back to work. No, well, maybe one day. I started having this feeling of fear, and I started having anxiety, like this feeling of anxiety, like the things that when I was going through the trauma, working through the trauma, and I was like, okay, where's this fear coming from? Is this some kind of new, you know, something I ain't worked through? But I noticed that when I come to work, like I get this fear feeling, but I'm not fearful out here. Like, you know, I do security. They residents is sometimes disrespectful and things like that. Stuff goes on out here, but I'm not fearful of that. But I was having like this anxiety, and I was like, oh my God, I'm trying to breathe and it wasn't going away. I'm meditating, it wasn't going away. And I don't know if it was like, okay, it was the anxiety. I'm being told the anxiety was because of me having the feeling of not being productive with my spiritual work. And the fear came from me feeling like I would lose my spirit, or that was the reason why. Also, there was a trauma that a childhood trauma that I needed to work through as well. But okay, well, good to know. Okay, so I'm glad that I decided to do this video, because that would have never been revealed to me. So I was just told that the anxiety and the fear came from me not thinking that because I didn't make any videos, and that there was a like 2 or 3 days that I didn't do my meditation, that I thought that because of that I was gonna like lose my kundalini, or I was feeling like I was a bad person, like, you know, or just not being on the schedule. But I was kept being told, like, don't worry about it, that the spirit, do it when the spirit tells you to do it. And I didn't think that it was going to happen here at work, but you know, that goes to show you right there, like, spirit can hit you, hey, it's a great time to do it right now. Because even if I would have thought about it, trying to do it at home, But my son, you know, being there and things like that, you know, interrupting me and things like that, it probably was better that I just do it right now. So it kind of worked out. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I literally got the clear audience, like, right when I'm making this video. So, like, that's how it happens. And sometimes it comes in downloads. Like, oh my God. I had a download when I was in the shower and I was on the phone, and I'm like, oh my God, I need you to record this conversation right now because I'm getting the download. That was the one I was telling you that, I mean, it was coming. Sometimes the downloads come so fast that you won't even be able to write it down. You would probably have to like just record it, or like text it on your phone, you know, in your notes or something like that. Because most of the time, when I get downloads, I don't have a pen or my journal next to me, so I'm usually recording myself saying something, or it'll come like when I'm making the video. Like, I might come on here to say certain things, and then before I know it, like right now, the video is gone on for 42 minutes. But yeah, I released that job. It was draining me. I feel like that this week coming up, that I will be prepared to do like more videos, to do the things that like I'm being called to do. Like, and part of that calling is to make sure that you're living life and having fun as well. Not just doing the calling work, but doing the things that you want to do that's fun for you. That's a part of living, enjoying what's here for you. So I hope that this video helped someone. I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, there's gonna be more videos coming. I'm sorry, I just had to go through that little recovery period and just kind of get myself together, my mind, my finances. And I'm telling you guys, when the spirit comes to you and it starts changing your life, just know that things are going to be okay. Like, you may not, I think that's the point. It's like, you may not know what's going to happen, but just knowing that it's going to be okay. And the more that you do it, the more that you walk in the faith, and more that you, I use the word real lightly because I don't know if it's like really is faith is the right word, but it's the word that I would say because that's what I grew up on. So, but knowing that it's okay, which is faith. I mean, when you're doing something and you don't know how it's going to turn out, you're having faith or hope that it's going to turn out. So just knowing that and then watching it unfold. And so the more that it happens, it's going to raise like your expectations, right? It's going to say, okay, you're going to say like, okay, yeah, the last time it worked out when I walked out in faith and I did this, and I'm going to continue to walk this road. That's what's keeping me down this path, because things are changing. Nobody can't tell me how I feel on the inside. Nobody can't tell me this going up and down and opening up my mind. Nobody can tell me that. Nobody can, you know what I'm saying? Unless you experienced it for yourself. And there's a lot of y'all out there that experiencing the same thing. And some of y'all are experiencing it and not knowing what's going on. That's the purpose of the videos. So, guys, just keep trucking on, and I'm gonna keep telling y'all what's happening to me. All right, y'all have a great night, great day, or whatever. Go out, smile at somebody, say something positive to them. We all in this together. All right, bye.